Good morning, gang. Happy Monday morning. Okay, it is the 4th anniversary of Ashley Babbitt's murder. How about that for a way to announce the day? It is January 6th. Today is the day that Congress has to certify that Donald Trump trounced Kamala Harris in the November election. And the fun part is Kamala Harris has to stand up in front of both houses of Congress and say, he beat my ass. That's a good thing. It's going to be an interesting day because, of course, you still have liberal politicians saying that Trump is not going to get certified. You inevitably will have somebody try to object today and try to pull out the 14th Amendment on Trump. You have the lunatic fringe of the left out there saying that Kamala Harris will actually be certified as the winner today, that there are going to be so many electoral votes that were switched because the electoral voters didn't want to certify Trump in each particular state, that we're going to find out today Kamala Harris is the next president. Right. Okay. That'll happen. The truth is Trump will get certified today. Not an issue there. There'll be some political theater, of course, and people pounding their chests, and you'll probably have that idiot delegate from whatever territory it was the other day complaining about, why don't we get a vote? Because you're not a state, dumbass. If you're going to be in Congress, maybe learn something about how the country works. You know, the law of the land, the supreme law of the land, the U.S. Constitution. Go read it. Okay. But more concerning is what kind of protests are we going to see today? Now, the Capitol Police have already blocked off most of the areas around the Capitol today because it's a joint session of Congress, meet in the House, to prevent people from getting in because they don't want another insurrection like we had in 2020. Their words, not mine. Okay. That was a peaceful protest, in my opinion. Okay. Remember, the only people that were killed 2 years ago or 4 years ago were the protesters. Nobody that they were protesting against was injured in any way. Sorry, AOC, you weren't anywhere around. You weren't getting raped. Don't worry. Okay. You know, maybe today you'll find one of your true lunatics threaten you, but it won't be MAGA. So out with the old, in with the new is basically what's going on. And then you add the other one that came in the news overnight. This one is going to make a lot of people happy. Other people go, what the hell happened? Supposedly, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, is expected to resign as early as today, and certainly before Wednesday. Trudeau's disapproval rate is over more than two-thirds of the country disapprove. Barely a quarter of the country approves of him. He's already had some of his equivalent of cabinet members resign, saying his view is going nowhere. Canadians are fed up with it. So you wonder how these two are tied together. Trump's coming in, Trudeau's going out. Out with the old, in with the new. And again, this comes up to what I've said numerous times. The world is now realizing that liberalism, globalism, wokeism is a freaking disaster, that it doesn't work, okay? And it's funny how you see in the real world even people who claim to be so woke aren't. That it's all an act. It's all a show. Take a look at the Golden Globes last night. Not that I watched it, but news out on it. Demi Moore won a Golden Globe last night for Best Actress in a comedy or musical, I think it was. Beating out the heavily favored transgender dude that dresses like a woman. Okay. Always going to be a dude, sorry. And the crowd went nuts that she won. Now you wonder how many of them happy that Demi Moore won an award. How many of them were happy that, okay, we're actually giving this award to a woman, right? This is where I say wokeism is dying quickly. And Justin Trudeau is on the front page of, the pamphlet that says, this is wokeism. He's the poster boy for it. So we lose Justin Trudeau. How much effect does Trump have on this happening? Did the Canadians go, you know what? We like the direction the United States is going. We want to go that way too. Because, there's a no confidence vote scheduled for Trudeau on the 27th. He knows he's going to lose that one. And maybe he's just like, the hell with it, I've had it. You look at what's going on in Europe. Keir Starmer, practically toast in Great Britain. 1 year, and they already want to get rid of him. Emmanuel Macron, no confidence vote. He's going to lose parliament there. Germany, same thing. Leftism is dying everywhere, and that's a good thing. So what's going to happen with all these hardcore Hillary, Bernie, Kamala Harris supporters today on January 6th? Will we see mostly peaceful protests from them, or will it get worse? Will we see more of what we saw January 1st, January 2nd? Okay. They can talk about any and every reason and Muslim extremism or something like this that they want. Those were political, and even if you look at the Las Vegas one, in that email that I showed you yesterday, he was talking about how political it was. What's the deal with the drones? What's the deal with the CIA doing illegal activities in the Middle East? They don't just go out and do this on their own. This is all coordinated through the top brass, the politics. Okay. Today's the beginning of a paradigm shift in the world, which is a good thing. Maybe we can get this country back on track. We just found out this morning that credit card defaults are at an all-time high, that 90% of the country now is struggling to pay their bills. That's scary. But again, this is what liberalism was trying to get you to, what globalism wanted. They wanted you to struggle to pay your bills. So then eventually you had to come to the government hat in hand and say, please help me. That's about to change. Here, in Canada, in France, in England, in Italy, in Germany, in Poland, in Hungary, in Argentina, etc., etc., etc. Today is going to be a great day. It starts at 1 o'clock this afternoon when the joint session of Congress is called to order. Hopefully, we have enough Congress critters that didn't skip town like they were told not to and now can't get back due to weather. Yeah, the storm here, Yeah, we had a little bit of freezing rain for a couple hours, big deal. Okay. North of me, yeah, you guys got some snow. Out west, you got dumped on. Okay, we get it. Kansas City or Utah or anything like that. You guys, miserable weekend. But Congress has a job to do. And they were told specifically not to leave town. And a lot of them did anyway. You need to know. You need to pay attention today to your representative, your senators, and make sure that they are there in Washington today to certify the vote. They were told specifically on Friday by party leadership, both sides, to stay in town. A bunch of them didn't heed that warning. Anybody that doesn't participate today in the certification, at a minimum, I'd say that's dereliction of duty. But you need to ask them why they didn't do what you elected them to do. I'm optimistic about today. Today is going to be a good day. Today we will see Kamala Harris put her tail between her legs and say, I lost. Ain't the first time this has happened. People say, oh my God, can you imagine? Al Gore certified his loss. George H.W. Bush certified his loss. Richard Nixon certified his loss to Kennedy back in the 60s. This has happened numerous times in our lifetimes. It's not that big of a deal. But this one is personal because of all the attacks on all of us that were deplorables, that were garbage, whatever they wanted to call us. This is the chance for us to bask in the glow of kicking her useless ass to the curb and watching her sign the paperwork saying, I'm now irrelevant in the world.